You want to know what's really scary? The size of an actual cereal portion. I've seen bigger piles in hamster cages.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, or whenever it is when you're watching this. I live sort of in a timeless limbo of nothingness. It's 7 a.m. on Sunday, and it's time to play a game that I like to call, Can Danny Get His Video Made Before He Has to Go to Work? Retail Bites. But this is the last week, and we're closing like in 3 days, I think. I think Wednesday's our last day that we're going to be open. So it's not really a big deal. But at the same time, I don't have time to do anything. We had a big party last night. Here are some clips from that.
Smells. Baby. How you doing? Our guests clean here. It's not right. Very sad. Very nice. All right. Oh. Very.
It was just a small party, a few friends, just eating crap and drinking. Probably too much, considering I have to be at work at 8:30. Which brings me to another point. I think you probably didn't see any pictures of me in my costume for Halloween, and there's a reason for that. Yesterday morning when I put it on, the very first customer that came up was offended, and I had to take it off. I wasn't told to take it off. I really just kind of had to. I wasn't going to go through a volley of questions all day about what I was. I thought that maybe I was being insensitive. I know it's hard to believe that I could be insensitive, but I was being insensitive to two specific groups. Both, well, let me just show you what I was. Clearly this is a topical costume. I'm sort of engaging on different levels. It's both offensive in terms of Mexican heritage and also offensive to cruise ship passengers. But there's a backstory. We're going on this Mexican cruise in December, which I don't know if I've told you about. And every time we talk about it, we always say we're going to end up with our heads in a bucket. Because that's all you hear. There seems to be, amongst Mexican drug lords, a tendency to decapitate. I'm not sure what that's about. It seems like a lot of effort. Guns are so much easier if you're gonna off somebody, but decapitations seem to be where it's at. And I am not sure where the buckets come from. They seem to go through a lot of buckets as well. I think they have a Costco down there. I wish I had scary Halloween stories for you. Or I do, actually, but I think I'm going to save that for my personal channel, because it seems like a story that needs to be told on Halloween rather than the day before. So I'll tell you about this time that Caroline, my wife, and I went ghost hunting to a town called Port Townsend, which you've probably seen before, but you don't realize it because it was used as some of the shots from Twilight. There's an old hotel up there, which is called the Castle or something like that, and it's just really old and kind of rickety. And it's neat. It has these transom windows above the room doors, though, so every room is like flooded with light while you're trying to sleep. It's just annoying as hell. But we took the cameras and everything, and we were trying to catch paranormal presences, and yeah, we didn't find anything. I mean, we had some of those dust motes that get caught in the light, in the flashbulb light, so they look like glowing things around. But of course, those don't. What we did find is there's an old sort of, like a battlement up there. Like I think in World War II, they were worried, at the top of Washington, there's a big inlet that goes into the Puget Sound. And they were worried that the Japanese would use that to bring their subs in and sort of attack us from in our internal waters. So there's a big fort up there, and there's all these maze-like tunnels that are run underneath the ground. And it's so old that there's no longer electricity or anything running to these. So there's no lighting. It's pitch black in there. It smells like heroin addict's den. There's urine. It's really gross, actually, but it's really frightening. I mean, there's something about being in a place that's like so old, and it's a maze, and it's like completely dark. It's a totally different experience than going to like a haunted house or something, and it was fun. I mean, I recommend going in search of these sort of scary experiences because it's something that you don't normally do, or we do though. I guess I could tell you that. Anyway, yeah, I don't really have anything for you. I don't have any spookiness for you. Oh God! But that's all I can do. That's all. It's what I've got for you. I could go over the horrors of people trying to bring exchanges in when we've got 500 people in line, and taking up our time and watching the other people look like they're about to slice someone open with the edge of a costume bag. Our costume bags are like razors. We always talk about, like, if a customer gets too cranky, we're going to take them outside with a costume bag and just cut them up. That's kind of how it is. Beware. Beware your retailers.
There's someone in our bedroom window.